I, 24F, come from a big family that takes birthdays very seriously. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone goes all out for parties, and growing up, I watched as each family member got their big day celebrated with love, gifts, prayers, and attention. Everyone except me. Since I was a kid, my cousins Olivia 25F, Megan 26F, and Jake 27M, who I now call the trio, made sure my birthday was never something to look forward to. It started small when we were little. A few mean jokes, swapping my birthday candles with trick ones that wouldn't blow out, hiding my presents. Just kid stuff, right? That's what my parents always said. But as we got older, their pranks escalated. One year, they convinced my parents to throw me a surprise party. I walked into the room expecting a fun celebration, only to find an empty house. They had sent fake invitations to the entire family, telling them my party had been moved to a later date. I spent the whole day wondering why nobody showed up, while they laughed about it behind my back. Another time, they replaced my actual presents with gag gifts. I unwrapped box after box of ridiculous junk. One year, it was a bunch of mismatched socks. Another year, it was a can of dog food with a ribbon on top. My parents told me to take the joke while everyone else, including my aunt and uncle, laughed along. But my 24th birthday? That was when I finally snapped. That year, I decided to keep my birthday small, just a dinner with close family. No big parties, no room for sabotage. But the trio found a way. Midway through dinner, they stood up and loudly announced they had hired a special guest, just for me. I had a sinking feeling, but before I could say anything, in walked a guy in a tacky, oversized suit with a microphone, singing Telegram. In front of my parents, my grandparents, everyone, this man burst into an off-key song about how I was still single at 24, how I was falling behind, and even made a joke about my ex who had dumped me the year before. I sat there, frozen, as the entire room cracked up while he danced around me, snapping his fingers. By the time it was over, my face was burning. The trio was howling with laughter, and even my parents were chuckling. I got up, excused myself, and locked myself in the bathroom. Later, when I confronted my parents, they just shrugged it off. "It's all in good fun," my mom said. "They're just joking. You need to learn to laugh at yourself." Something inside me clicked. It wasn't just the trio. It was my whole family. They had let this happen year after year. Nobody had ever stood up for me. Nobody had ever told them to stop. They let them turn my birthday into a joke while making sure their birthdays were perfect. I realized I was done. If they wanted to make my birthdays miserable, I was going to make theirs unforgettable, just not in the way they wanted. The trio loved throwing huge birthday parties. Olivia, the social butterfly, always had an extravagant, invite-only rooftop event. Megan, obsessed with aesthetics, made sure her garden party was Instagram perfect. And Jake, the self-proclaimed cool guy, turned his birthday into a massive bar crawl with friends, family, and coworkers. And conveniently, all of their birthdays were coming up in the next few months. I started gathering intel, paying attention to their plans, their guest lists, what mattered most to them. The best revenge wasn't something obvious. No, I needed to make sure that when their birthdays fell apart, it would look like pure bad luck. But I wasn't going to do it alone. My younger brother, Ethan 21M, had always been on my side. He had seen the way they treated me, and he hated them for it. The moment I told him my plan, he was all in. Say first, Olivia. Her party was supposed to be an exclusive, high-end event, so I started spreading a rumor among the family that she actually wanted everyone to come, even those who weren't invited. A few well-placed words in the right group chats, and suddenly aunts, uncles, cousins, people she never intended to invite, were planning to crash her party. Next, Megan,